Next on Worcester News tonight, a local coalition is advocating for a community benefits agreement as Worcester gets ready to break ground on Polar Park. Plus, a close call in Webster. Police are recognizing the quick actions of residents who helped a man save from drowning. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Brittany SCHAEFER. The city of Worcester will break ground on a new AAA baseball stadium later this week. But the question being asked by one local group is, who is actually constructing the new stadium? The Worcester Community Labor Coalition has their eyes set on a community benefits agreement which will benefit local workers. Our Cam Jandro is at the site of the new stadium and has more. Cam?
Brittany, the pieces of Polar Park have been slowly coming together for about the last year or so, and on Thursday they'll take a massive step forward as shovels will finally hit dirt here in the Canal District. And since last August's announcement, the Worcester Community Labor Coalition has been looking to get a CBA, and they continue their discussions with the city of Worcester, but they say they want to have it signed sooner rather than later.
Hit a home run, sign the CBA.
The Worcester Community Labor Coalition wants local people building Polar Park. The group has been advocating for a community benefits agreement for more than a year.
The community is benefiting from the development, and they do important things like lift up local people for local work, ensure that people of color, women are the folks that are at the forefront.
The city signed its first ever CBA in February when the YWCA announced a $24 million renovation. The agreement features livable wages and benefits for workers. Negotiators for the Labor Coalition say they're looking for something similar.
Our whole philosophy is that economic development has to be community development, and when done right, those two things can really hit a home run.
Another $140 million in redevelopment will accompany the ballpark project. Even without the agreement, Polar Park will break ground Thursday, and some baseball fans are ready.
Look out, way back there to left field.
Very excited. I think it's going to be great for the area.
Now, in hopes of raising some eyebrows regarding the CBA, the coalition will actually host a rally prior to Thursday's groundbreaking, which will take place here on Washington Street starting at 3:30. We're live in Worcester tonight. I'm Cam Jandro, Worcester News Tonight.
The Red Cross issues an emergency need for blood donations Tuesday. The call for help comes after what they say was a difficult 4th of July week. The Red Cross currently has less than a 3-day supply of most blood types. In June, they had a shortfall of more than 2,400 donations. The Worcester Donor Center is open 7 days a week. For more information or to schedule an appointment, you can check their website. Webster police are crediting the quick actions of residents who helped them respond to an emergency on the water. Police say they were in the area when they received a call about a man in distress and were able to use neighbors' boats to pull the man to safety. Our Rosalind Flaherty spoke with neighbors today. She has the story.
AJ Bradley called 911 when he lost sight of a family friend in Webster Lake on the 4th of July.
He was swimming and then he was just under.
Bradley says the friend had jumped off the dock. Police say when they arrived, they had Bradley's neighbor take them out on a boat to find the distressed swimmer. Bradley went on another boat to help.
They were using their flashlights because it was about 20 minutes of 11, so it was pretty dark. And the lake at night is really dark and it's hard to see people. So this gentleman, they actually saw him underwater.
Police, with the help of a few other Good Samaritans, pulled the man from the water. Chief Michael Shaw says they could not have saved the man from drowning without the help of others.
Kudos to that gentleman for getting involved and the other two people that jumped on the boat to help look for him and help get him on the boat.
Police learned the man had been drinking and at one point fell and hit his head. They say his injuries do not appear to be life-threatening. Bradley says he's relieved to hear the man is okay and was happy to be able to help.
I was more concerned about his family, and because he has 2 kids and a wife, and I wanted to make sure that they would be okay, and it was my responsibility to get him out of the water and find him.
And that was our Rosalind Flaherty reporting. A rollover crash is under investigation in Worcester. This was the scene earlier this morning on Harvard Street. Police say one person suffered minor injuries. The roadway reopened a short time later. Again, the cause of this crash is under investigation. A Worcester man is held without bail Tuesday after pleading not guilty to a murder charge in Superior Court. Antonio Lucas entered a not guilty plea in the stabbing death of his ex-girlfriend. Prosecutors say he stabbed 41-year-old Kalia Celine De Silva multiple times at the home she shared with him. Lucas's case was continued to August 28th. For more than 10 years, the site of the former Edgemere Drive-In in Shrewsbury has been vacant. Now plans for 250 apartments, a supermarket, and other businesses are moving forward. Boston-based Route 20 nominee Trust recently filed a notification under the Massachusetts Environmental Policy Act. They also submitted a request to the Planning Board for the site approval and a special permit for the construction of the site. The anchor tenant Market Basket would occupy about 80,000 square feet of the main building.
We are seeing our Route 20 corridor as really being the next place for vitality in Shrewsbury, and we feel that this is a great crossroads at Lake Street and Route 20 and would really kick off that redevelopment of the area.
The town's planning board is holding a public hearing Thursday on the proposal. The city entering its 6th week of free summer fitness classes, and organizers say so far the program is a success. The 17-week summer fitness series holds classes every day of the week in Worcester parks. Class types vary from 180 boot camp to Tai Chi and are designed to get people together out in the community while being active. Walking for Wellness is held Tuesdays at Vernon Hill Park. Instructor Jennifer MADDOX says the class is designed to get people who aren't used to exercising moving and their hearts pumping.
The community is definitely getting involved in the array of classes. This particular class has been very unique in that each week it's something new and a little bit different of a flavor. So sometimes it's people with families and will have a baby in a stroller. Sometimes it's folks who bring their dog to walk along on a leash. Friends come in pairs. So it's been a way to get people together. Every week is something different.
The funder, which is Blue Cross Blue Shield, has put forward money for 3 years of programming. So my hope, and I think the people over at City Hall and the people at the YWCA are really hoping to do this again next year and to take a lot of what we've learned this year and make it an even better program next year.
The city's Department of Public Health partnered with Blue Cross Blue Shield and the YWCA are hosting the series. The classes run through the end of September. The Department of Conservation and Recreation Summer Nights program kicks off with a grant from the state. It extends daytime summer youth programs into the night and offers safe and supportive activities. Our Chandler Walsh has more.
Extra time on the court is one way to keep kids busy and safe this summer. It's the goal of the state's Summer Nights program, which extends recreational hours for youth at places like the YMCA and Boys and Girls Club.
When kids get bored, they can get into situations that are not healthy for them. So having organized activities and places that they enjoy with friends and other people their ages is a more productive way of organizing their summer.
Worcester is one of the initiative's 26 cities, and activities range from sports to arts. Natalina Perez participated for 3 years.
When school's over, all the sports are done and everything's just kind of mellowed out, but it helped me to keep active physically and mentally.
City program Recreation Worcester also keeps kids healthy and safe when school's out.
It's underestimated how important play is for young people. That's where they learn to negotiate. That's when they learn patience and forgiveness, and that's when they learn to de-escalate and problem solve.
This programming is for kids up to 12, but teens can stay involved as counselors in training.
They come to the park 3 days a week and run activities for the young people, and then 2 days a week receive mentorship and leadership training.
Summer Nights reaches 5,000 kids across Massachusetts. The state says it fosters relationships, leadership, and development.
We've seen a reduction in youth violence since we've started the program. It's hard to pinpoint, is this the only thing, or are there other factors? But we really would like to think that this program has made a difference in our inner cities.
Chandler Walsh, Worcester News Tonight.
A unique summer camp at Becker College offers high school students a chance to spend 2 weeks on campus. Their summer game camp introduces students to all aspects of game development, including game design, game art, and animation. The program is taught by Becker College professors and gives students a first-hand look into programs offered at the school. They say it also stresses the importance of teamwork and creative collaboration.
We find a lot of people who actually come to the camp come to Becker College, and it's actually great because it gives them a good idea of how the program is, but with a lot less stress of grades and so forth. So they do really well their first year here.
By the end of the camp, students will have created a portion of their own video game and other assets. The antique flea market has returned this week to Brimfield. The small town is transformed as thousands flood onto the grounds to shop and sell goods. The antique show spans 2 miles down Palmer Road and creates traffic, but also an economic boost for the town. The fair takes place 3 times a year in May, July, and September, and this week will run through Sunday.